Hey everybody, this is meteorologist Brad Petrovich for SkiSoutheast.com, and I told you earlier, I'm getting excited. This pattern this week, unbelievable. All the resorts blowing snow right now, which is great news, and there's natural snow on the way, and more cold air on the way, and snowmaking could continue for a while. I mean, it's unbelievable. Let's get right to the good news, because we had the Arctic front finally come through. The pattern got cold, and here's the pattern. It's cold now, and you can see snowmaking continues across most of the southeast. As I'm doing this right now, on Wednesday night, Beach and Appalachian is making snow. Everybody's making snow. But as we go towards Friday, a reinforcing shot of cold air comes down. Now, this storm is going to be kind of interesting for me down in Charlotte, for some folks east of the mountains. But even in North Carolina, I think this is probably going to produce more snow than we're going to see right here. It's not a big storm. I mean, let's be honest. Appalachian actually could be interesting, because this is the rare time that the southeast-facing slopes, like in the Blowing Rock Boone area, could end up with a little bit more snow than typical. In West Virginia, Maryland, this is not going to be a big deal. But the Arctic front coming down, the second surge on Saturday, this is the big deal. This is going to be a good lake-enhanced event, maybe about 15 to 16 hours of a good lake connection with Arctic air. That's going to fluff up the snow. So Saturday night into Sunday, probably going to be one of the best Northwest Flow events so far this season. And, oh, by the way, it's going to be super cold. So snowmaking can continue pretty much unabated through the weekend and right into early next week. Now, we can see the snowmaking continuing for a while. Let's get to the long-range pattern, because this is what I like to see. This is the European model. You can see the storm system heading our way Thursday into Friday. Look at that little bit of snow going through West Virginia. I wouldn't be shocked to see a few flakes, but again, this is not the big storm. But the European is a little bit closer with the snow in the North Carolina mountains and eastern Tennessee. And again, Appalachian probably going to get some snow, Beach and Sugar out of this, but maybe an inch or two. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. That system moves away, but here comes the Arctic front. Basically, this is like a clipper-type system. You can see it coming down through the Ohio Valley. Watch what this does to the mountains here in the southeast. Really good lake connection there. And remember, the models, I was telling someone earlier today, the models aren't really good at showing snow in Northwest Flow events. They show the pattern, and this is the pattern I look at as a meteorologist. I see the connection from Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Superior, Lake Erie, and I see that Northwest Flow, and the air is cold, and we've got lift and vorticity, all the things I look for as a weather geek for snow in Northwest Flow. So don't get caught up in like the model only says we're going to get a couple inches. Trust me, these are the ones that always overproduce and the models kind of miss on. That's just my experience working in the southeast. This will last through Sunday, and then it breaks down on Monday. Monday might be a weird day. It might be kind of mild in North Carolina, but here comes the next Arctic front, and this one is colder than the last two. So a little bit of a warm up on Monday, but this Arctic front is the real deal. I mean, this thing comes down, and this is a much bigger snow event likely for the mountains of the southeast, and this is going to be on Tuesday into Wednesday, and this is really cold air. In fact, I think this will be the coldest air of the season so far until the next one comes down, which is going to be the middle of next week. Look at this thing. Another surge of moisture coming down. I mean, I told you this pattern is insane next week. And then look at the Northwest Flow. I mean, this is in the next Thursday, probably going to last into Friday. And then look what happens late next week. It looks like another big Arctic high dives down, and we get another big wave. So this is next Friday. Can you believe this? Count that. That was 1, 2, 3, 4 separate systems in the next 7 days. Oh, and by the way, Arctic air on top of all of this right through next weekend. So if you're going skiing this weekend or next weekend, I mean, you pick some great weekends. Now, let me show you the European snowfall. I don't always like to show this because it's a little crazy, and I'm going to say it's crazy for one thing because I don't buy this initial snow down in my area. This is way overdone. But just to give you an idea, there's the snow from the Northwest Flow event this weekend with the Arctic front. Then here comes the next wave next week, next Tuesday. Look at that. That is impressive. You're starting to get up there. And again, this is accumulation of the whole time period. So you can see we're getting up here. That's like 6, 7, 8 inches. And then look, here comes the third system and the fourth system into next weekend. I mean, this is the following Saturday. So this is Saturday the 16th. Look at this snow, guys. That is just unbelievable. So we'll keep an eye on this pattern. It's hard to time out these fronts, but man, you got to love this. So let's get right to what we like to see. Here's my forecast for the mountains of the southeast today, tomorrow through Tuesday of next week. You can see West Virginia, Maryland, snowmaking the whole time. great. We can blanket the slopes, get that base build up. North Carolina, I think Monday's one of those wishy-washy days. I'm not sold that it's going to be cold enough. Maybe nighttime snowmaking Monday morning, Monday night, but during the day, not likely. Here's our weekend system. This will be that northwest flow event. This is only North Carolina because we'll be close enough to get a little bit of snow. Not a big deal. And then here's that next one on Tuesday. I'm telling you, the one in the middle of next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, could be really impressive. So get ready. Make your plans now. Whether you ski this weekend, next weekend, or really the last 2 weekends of the month, even to the holidays. Here's the thing. Let's say this pattern doesn't last until the end of the month. Just the fact that we're going to have a solid 14 to 15 days of really cold air and natural snow, that's going to build the base up high enough. Even with the warm-up, we should be fine through the end of the month. We'll be in some of the best conditions we've had going into the holiday in at least 3, maybe 4 years. I think you have to go back to 2012 winter, maybe 2011, the last time we had a good setup this early in the season. So it's been a while. The last 2 winters were blowtorch. This is not a blowtorch here in December. Now, if it holds the whole winter, I'll be wrong with my winter forecast, and I don't think it will, but hey, for December, eat it up. It's great to get this early because it builds the base up and really can sustain the resorts through the rest of the ski season. I'll have another update coming up at the end of the week. I'll probably be busy Friday. I'll try to post something as we go into the weekend, and we'll talk more about this pattern. But until then, think snow because I love this pattern.